Welcome to this episode, Chloe. Today, we're exploring the Feast of the Presentation, also called Candlemas, celebrated this year on February 1st, 2026.
Yes, Liam, it's a significant feast marking Jesus' presentation at the temple 40 days after Christmas. Interestingly, it falls on the fourth Sunday after Epiphany, but close to February 2nd, the traditional Candlemas date, so the Church observes it then.
Right. The feast commemorates Mary and Joseph bringing Jesus to the temple in Jerusalem to fulfill Jewish law. It's rich in symbolism. Jesus is presented as a light to the Gentiles, fulfilling Simeon's prophecy, and Anna the prophetess recognizes him as the Messiah.
That symbolism is beautifully expressed in the blessing of candles during the service, representing Christ as the light of the world. Candlemas also marks the end of the Christmas season liturgically, shifting focus from Jesus' birth to his mission and prophecy.
Exactly. And this year, the feast coincides with the start of Black History Month, which is reflected in the music selections. The program blends traditional liturgical music with works by African American composers, highlighting themes of light, prophecy, and dedication.
Speaking of music, the service features some notable pieces. For example, the Sanctus is by Richard Prull, from his community mass composed in the early 1970s and revised later. Prull is a major figure in American Catholic music, serving as director of music at Holy Name Cathedral in Chicago for nearly 2 decades.
And then there's the fraction anthem, Christ Our Passover, composed by Gerald Neer in 1981. Neer studied with Leo Sowerby, a significant American composer and organist. This anthem is used during the breaking of the bread, a central moment in the Eucharist.
I find it interesting that the Psalms during Epiphany are sung using simplified Anglican chant, encouraging congregational participation. The chants change weekly to reflect each psalm's mood. For this feast, the psalm is from Psalm 24, asking, "Who shall ascend the hill of the Lord?" A call to holiness fitting the day's themes.
That's a great point. The liturgical context really shapes the musical choices. Now, one highlight is the spotlight on Florence B. Price, a pioneering African-American composer. Born in 1887 in Little Rock, Arkansas, she studied at the New England Conservatory and was active in Chicago from the late 1920s until her death in 1953.
Price's story is remarkable. She was the first African-American woman recognized as a symphonic composer and the first to have a composition performed by a major orchestra. Despite her achievements, she faced significant challenges due to her race and gender, which she described as, quote, 2 handicaps.
And many of her manuscripts were nearly lost until rediscovered in 2009 in an abandoned Illinois vacation home. It's like finding a lost treasure chest of music history.
Absolutely. The service features 3 of her works. The prelude includes Adoration from 1951 and Offertory from 1953, while the postlude is her Festal March, lively and inventive, perfect for festival occasions.
It's a wonderful way to connect the feast themes of light and dedication with Price's legacy of resilience and artistic brilliance.
Moving on to the hymns, the opening hymn is In His Temple Now Behold Him, written by Henry John Pye in 1851 specifically for Candlemas. It's sung to the tune St. Thomas, composed by John Francis Wade, who also wrote, O Come All Ye Faithful.
That tune is familiar to many, grounding the feast in tradition. Then there's the sequence hymn, Zion, Open Wide Thy Gate, with text by the French poet Jean-Baptiste de Saintet from 1680. It's sung to the tune, Richmond, also used for the Advent hymn, Hark the Glad Sound.
That's a nice connection, linking Candlemas with Advent through the shared tune and the theme of preparing for the Lord's coming. The offertory anthem is Now Lettest Thou Thy Servant Depart in Peace, based on Simeon's words from the Gospel.
This piece was set by Howard Goodall, a contemporary English composer known for the BBC's The Vicar of Dibley theme. He's also England's national ambassador for singing. Commissioned in 1994, the anthem features a gospel hymn-like Glory Be to the Father, blending traditional canticle style with African-American gospel influences.
That blending really reflects the service's broader theme of unity and diversity. The communion hymn is Somebody's Knockin' at Your Door, an African-American spiritual of unknown authorship, originating among enslaved people in the early 19th century.
Its text resonates with Epiphany themes of Jesus, call, and the believer's response, emphasizing vigilance and openness. It's a powerful inclusion connecting the feast with a deep spiritual heritage.
And finally, the closing hymn is Love Divine, All Loves Excelling, written by Charles Wesley in 1747. It's considered one of his finest hymns and is sung to the Welsh tune Hyfrydol, meaning tuneful or pleasant. The tune was composed by Roland Hugh Pritchard when he was just 19.
That hymn echoes the day's lesson from Malachi and offers a fitting conclusion with themes of divine love and spiritual renewal.
So Liam, looking at the whole service, the feast, the music, the hymns, and the composers, it really invites the congregation to experience the light of Christ in a multifaceted way.
Yes, and it highlights the enduring legacy of faith and resilience, especially through including African American composers during Black History Month. It's a call to unity and a celebration of diverse gifts within the faith community.
I think it's important to remember that the themes of obedience, prophecy, and light don't just belong to the liturgical calendar. They resonate beyond, encouraging us to seek light and truth in our daily lives.
Well said. This feast and its music remind us that tradition and contemporary voices can come together to enrich worship and deepen understanding.
And for those interested, exploring Florence Price's works and the hymn tunes we mentioned can be a rewarding journey into history and faith.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining me in this discussion, Chloe. It's been a pleasure unpacking the rich layers of the Feast of the Presentation.
Likewise, Liam. And thank you to our listeners for sharing this time with us. May the light of Candlemas inspire you in your own journey.
Until next time.